Iran is one of the most fascinating and influential countries in the world today. Located at the crossroads of the Middle East, Central Asia, and South Asia, Iran has shaped history for thousands of years, from the powerful Persian Empire to its strategic role in modern geopolitics. This country has always played a major role in global affairs. But Iran is more than just headlines about politics and conflict. Iran is also home to one of the oldest civilizations in human history. More than 2,500 years ago, the Persian Empire became one of the most powerful empires the world had ever seen. Under rulers like Cyrus the Great, Persia controlled vast territories stretching from Egypt to India. This empire connected cultures, trade routes, and ideas across continents. Many historians believe the Persian Empire laid the foundations for modern administration and governance. Another reason Iran has always been important is its geography. The country sits at the crossroads of major regions, the Middle East, Central Asia, and South Asia. For centuries, trade routes like the Silk Road passed through Iranian lands. This made Persia a bridge between civilizations and cultures. Even today, Iran's location gives it enormous geopolitical importance. Another reason Iran is so important today is energy. Near Iran lies one of the most critical waterways in the world, the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow passage connects the Persian Gulf with the global ocean. Around 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this route every day. Because of this, the Strait of Hormuz is considered one of the most strategic locations on the planet. Any disruption in this area could impact global energy markets. Iran is also one of the richest countries in the world when it comes to energy resources. The country holds some of the largest oil and natural gas reserves on Earth. These resources make Iran extremely important in global energy markets. For decades, oil and gas have played a central role in Iran's economy. Because of these resources, many global powers pay close attention to developments in Iran. In 1979, Iran experienced one of the most dramatic political changes of the 20th century. A massive revolution overthrew the monarchy of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. Millions of people protested across the country, demanding political and social change. The revolution ultimately brought Ayatollah Khomeini to power and transformed Iran. Over the past 2 decades, Iran has invested heavily in its military. Despite economic sanctions, the country has continued to expand its defense capabilities. Iran's armed forces include around 600,000 active troops, making them among the largest in the Middle East. The country has also focused on developing missiles, drones, and naval forces. In recent years, Iran significantly increased its military budget, allocating billions of dollars to strengthen its defense systems. This investment is designed to deter potential enemies and protect Iran's strategic interests. Iran has focused particularly on missile and drone technology. Because sanctions limit its ability to buy modern fighter jets, Iran developed powerful ballistic missiles. These missiles can reach targets across the Middle East. Iran has also become one of the world's major producers of military drones. These drones are cheaper than traditional weapons, but can still be highly effective. As a result, Iran has built one of the most unconventional military strategies in the region. Relations between Iran and the United States have been tense for decades. The two countries have disagreed over Iran's nuclear program, regional influence, and military activities. Sanctions, cyber attacks, and military incidents have repeatedly increased tensions. The strategic Strait of Hormuz has often become a flashpoint between the two sides. Naval encounters between U.S. and Iranian forces have occurred many times in this region. These tensions have kept the relationship between the two countries highly unstable. In early 2026, tensions escalated dramatically. Joint military strikes by the United States and Israel targeted several Iranian facilities, triggering a major regional crisis. Iran responded with missile and drone attacks against U.S. military targets and regional bases. The conflict quickly expanded across parts of the Middle East. Missiles, drones, and naval clashes increased the risk of a wider war. This escalation has become one of the most serious geopolitical crises of the decade. One of the most dangerous flashpoints in this conflict is the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway carries around 20% of the world's oil supply. In 2026, military attacks and retaliation disrupted shipping in this critical route. Hundreds of oil tankers were forced to stop or change course. Energy markets reacted immediately, pushing global oil prices higher. Because of this, tensions between Iran and the United States can affect the entire world economy. Another major issue that keeps Iran in the global spotlight is its nuclear program. For years, world powers have debated whether Iran's nuclear activities are for peaceful energy production or for developing nuclear weapons. Iran insists its program is designed for civilian purposes, such as electricity generation. However, several Western countries remain concerned about the potential military use of nuclear technology. Because of this, negotiations, sanctions, and international inspections have continued for years. The nuclear question remains one of the most sensitive topics in global politics. Another major source of tension in the region is the rivalry between Iran and Israel. The two countries view each other as strategic threats. Israel has repeatedly warned that it will not allow Iran to develop nuclear weapons. Iran, on the other hand, has criticized Israeli policies in the region. This rivalry has influenced conflicts across the Middle East and increased geopolitical tensions. As a result, relations between Iran and Israel remain among the most sensitive in global politics. Iran also exerts influence through alliances across the Middle East. Over the years, it has built relationships with political and military groups in several countries. These alliances extend Iran's influence far beyond its borders. Support networks in places such as Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon have played a role in shaping regional conflicts. Through these relationships, Iran has become a central actor in Middle Eastern geopolitics. Its influence continues to shape the balance of power across the region. Looking ahead, Iran's future will continue to play an important role in global politics. The country faces economic challenges but also possesses vast natural resources and a large educated population. Its strategic location and energy reserves ensure it will remain globally significant. At the same time, diplomatic negotiations and regional tensions will continue to shape Iran's path. Whether through cooperation or conflict, Iran will remain a key actor on the world stage. Understanding Iran helps us better understand the future of the Middle East.